Why play Xayah Bot? Well, she is a beast of a hypercarry. She brings great wave clear, her ultimate keeps her incredibly safe, and her AoE route is brilliant. However, a lot of her damage and CC can be avoided, and she does lack mobility compared to many other bot laners. Xayah's passive is after using an ability, she gains 3 stacks of feathers, and she can have up to 5 at one time. When she attacks, one of these stacks is consumed to instead shoot a feather, which deals full damage to the first target, but reduced damage to other enemies hit and leaves a feather in the floor. And these feathers in the floor last for 6 seconds. Her second passive is if Rakan is in the game and one of them are recalling, the other can recall with them to recall at the same time. Xayah's Q is a straight line skill shot which fires out 2 feathers which deal damage to enemies hit. Targets hit after the first take reduced damage. Xayah's W grants her bonus attack speed and empowers her attacks to fire an additional smaller feather which also deals damage. Whenever she hits an enemy champion with this, she gains a chunk of bonus move speed. And if Rakan is nearby, whenever she gains the move speed, so does Rakan. Xayah's E is the skill expression in her kit. It recalls all feathers to her, dealing damage to enemies they pass through, and if an enemy is hit by at least 3 feathers, they're also rooted. The damage dealt by additional feathers is not capped, so this can deal insane damage if she has tons of feathers out. Xayah's ultimate causes her to jump into the air, becoming ghosted and untargetable. After a second, she shoots out 5 feathers in a cone which deal damage to all enemies hit. For combos, start with a W into an attack. From here, Q into an attack, followed by E for the quick route before attacking away. And your extended trade is to get max use out of your passive. So W into an attack before Qing and attacking away. When needed, use ult before attacking into E for massive damage with tons of feathers. For matchups, she plays well into champions with one big ability which she can easily dodge with her ult. And she can struggle against champions who scale harder than her as team fighters. For runes, take this. Lethal tempo is just too good for ADCs. For build order, start Blade and Pot into an Essence Reaver and tier 2 boots. From here, Flicker Blades and an Infedge are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then E then W before maxing E then W then Q, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Barrier. For synergies, she of course has amazing synergy with Rakan, with the two of them buffing each other massively. Otherwise, she works very well with lockdown heavy support, allowing her to easily land her E's. Starting the game as the ADC, your main focus is going to be on farming hard and scaling into a late game beast. However, your quick trades deal great damage. So, especially if you have an engaged support go in, your quick W into Q and E combo with attacks in between will deal massive damage as well as rooting your target, meaning they can't trade back with you. Enter in the mid game, take your tower as soon as possible and rotate mid. This puts 2 strong champions in the middle of the map to roam for fights and objectives while still sieging the tower. Entering late game team fights, play as the backline hypercarry. Your main job is to attack anything in front of you, stacking out as many feathers as you can. Once you have some feathers down, you have potential to do insane burst damage. So keep stacking feathers until you can burst the target or you need them to root something coming at you. Of course, also relying on ult for safety. And that's how to play Xayah Bot. Leave the video a like and comment below who you want to see next.